Hello, friends. Happy Wednesday. Give you guys a few minutes to jump on and we'll get started for talking and talking, creating and making. Apparently I'm on a rhyming thing today. Lucky you. If you're joining me and you see the red dot above my head, say hello. Let me know you're here. Let me know you're from. My name is Mindy, and I am a chalk couture designer. I am the owner of Making Memories with Mindy, and I am so excited that you have all joined me today. I have blue tape in front of me, and I don't know why. I'm sure it has something to do with my daughter. It's like, why is this here? She must be cutting something that was this long. So, hey Kelly, how are you? Thanks for joining me. And Heidi, hello, hello, hello. Hello, my friends. And Christy. I'll give another minute or so. So, I gave a teaser tonight. I'm going to go back to giving little happy mail for sprinkling my live. So, when you share my live, you sprinkle the love, come back in here and tell me you've sprinkled. And then what we'll do is after the live, I will give a prize and I'll contact that person and get all the mailing information. It's not huge. It's not a huge prize. It's a thank you gift for sharing my live. So it could be a little transfer. It could be some fun squeegee stuff I got going on. It could be anything. It could be some embellishments. If I find some really cool ribbons or bows or, I don't know. Just depends. Depends on what I'm feeling. Just, you never know. So, I got my sassy britches on again today. So, I got Miss Chloe. Miss Chloe has joined us today. She's sitting here in the chair next to me. I think she's probably trying to figure out what the heck's going on in the other half of the house and how she's stuck in the chair and not down. So we'll see what she does. Are you going to get down? Or are you going to stay up here? Hi. You going to chalk with me tonight? Sure. Say sure. Sure, Ma. Sure. So we're going to kind of get started. And I'm going to flip some screens here. We're going to talk about a few things. First is going to be, I'm going to get back to doing some of the stuff I used to do all the time. I used to talk about all the specials. I used to talk about things going on in chalk couture, and I kind of got a little bit out of that, so I need to go back to my routine. It makes me feel better. I feel like I'm telling everybody what's going on, keeping my club members informed, because that's super important for them to know what their specials are for the month. Excuse me. Their specials are for the month. Because if you are a club member, you get specials not just from me, you get specials from the chalk couture themselves. So, we're going to start with that. We're going to start with Club Couture. We're going to work with Club Couture tonight. And as soon as my little computer goes back to the beginning. So, Club Couture, what do you get? You get an exclusive B-size transfer, 3 coordinating paste singles, and you get step-by-step instructions. This is what you would get if you were a July member. You can still become a July member if you fall in love with this transfer as I have. I think it's super cute. I've already seen the preview for August. You're going to want to be a member for August because I think somebody kind of slipped up a little bit and I saw it. But if you are a Club Couture member and you place a $100 order, and we just had a catalog go live on Tuesday, there's no reason. $100 order, you get a free retired transfer. So that'll get mailed to you if you place that $100 order. And your designer would be ever so grateful. So, there are so many new cute things. You really got to be thinking about gifts for Christmas coming up and gifts for, fall. They make chalk couture makes such great gifts. It's not hard. It is not difficult. If you get a kit or the club subscription, you have practically everything you need to make that project. And so simple, so simple. So, I know you guys, there's some of you that are devout club members, and there's some of you who are awesome Make and Take members. They've done so many with me that you get it. So I just wanted to kind of put that out there. Again, if you jump on and let me know you have sprinkled and shared my live, I will enter you for the drawing. So it is not until that point, because I don't always, I can tell that somebody shared my drawing or my live. It doesn't always tell me who. So it, it's Facebook, So I'm gonna put a note on here just so everybody sees. Okay, so that's on there just so everybody can see that. And I think we're going to get started. I was going to try to put the new catalog in here, but I had trouble getting the slideshow I wanted to work because it was just so many pages. The catalog is a lot of new stuff. They have brought back a few fall items, a few Christmas items. The big Christmas push will be in September? No. Yes, September, I think. Going off my memory. I believe the big Christmas stuff that's kind of like what we did around Easter time will be in September. So there is some stuff out there now. There's lots of Halloween. So many cute Halloween things. I really love the Halloween decorations. Like, after Christmas, I feel like Halloween had... it's really a tie between what I used to decorate for 4th of July, and I didn't do as much this year because it really... With graduation, it all crept up on me, so that didn't happen like normal. But I really feel like I go from, like, a lot of Halloween decorations, a lot of Christmas... Christmas is just... That's a no-brainer. Everything is Christmas. And it's really a tie between 4th of July, because I can put 4th of July stuff out from basically Memorial Day to Labor Day, and that's a huge bit of time that I can keep things out there, and it just be awesome and Couture everywhere. So I prefer to do that. Yay! Thank you, Christy. Thank you. So we're gonna work with our Club Couture transfer tonight, and I feel like there's something else I was going to tell you guys. Yeah, it's right there. It'll come to me. It may come to me after we're halfway through everything. But we're gonna work with that. But we're gonna do something kind of exciting, something I haven't done. I feel it's exciting. Everybody has to have bought one of these at one point. You have your canvas frame. Now, the Dollar Tree has them. However, they're on like a... Hold on. I let the dog down. Hold on. There you go. You're fine. Go on. The Dollar Tree has them. However, they don't have like the frame inside. So what this is a $1 or $3, depending on how cheap you can get them, ready-made frame and surface. And so what we're going to do is we're going to change this completely up. We are going to paint, and we are going to change the canvas color, and we're going to add our cherries, and we're going to have a framed project when we're done. So I'm going to flip over to my overhead view so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Yay! Okay. So you have this frame section, and then you've got your surface. We're going to take this all apart, and we're going to make it so that you can totally create a frame. But a couple things you need. What are you doing, puppy? You're going to need a screwdriver, flathead, okay? You're going to need a staple gun. And then you're going to need your paints and whatever else you're going to use to do it. You can use the antiquing medium like I've done before with the brown or something like that. You can do a whitewash on the frame. But let's take this apart and let's show you guys what I'm talking about. Let's see how well this comes apart, because these staples are put in there really well. We're going to cut this, so it's not going to be a big deal if we kind of tear the canvas a little bit on the edges. No worries, okay? But should have grabbed like a knife or something. Goodness. I don't know. We'll see if this is even sharp enough to get these out of here. See, that was the one thing I didn't check. There we go. They're starting to come out. Hey, Dave. I don't know if he's in here in the garage. I was going to have him grab me pliers. He was like, I was like, do you have my screw, where's a screwdriver? He was like, just use your screwdriver. I have a screwdriver? He's like, yeah, we keep one in the kitchen for you. Thanks, Heidi. Like, I didn't even know. Oh my goodness. This is like Fort Knox on here. The last one I did for myself. Oh, geez, Pete, see? The last one I did for myself, I did not have near as much trouble. Goodness, the dollar store must really not want you to take those off. There we go. Good night. Well, this is the fun part. I know, you guys all just sign on just to see what I'm going to do, don't you? Just to see how much I'm going to struggle with taking apart whatever harebrained idea I came up with. You know, it is what it is. Since I'm going to cut this, I really, other than I could put it face down, it'll be alright. We're going to be fine. I'm not going to give two thoughts about it. I'm really afraid I'm going to run over the dog. She's literally laying right behind me. Almost. There we go. See, now this is working a little bit better. It's these corner ones that are a pain. So, let me talk about a little bit what I thought what I was going to do. Is I'm going to paint this surface black because I wanted to paint the frame red so it'll kind of go with the cherries, I thought. I wanted some kind of, but I thought the black would kind of help it pop a little bit more. Oh my goodness. Chloe, go tell Pa we need some pliers in here. Of course, the one night he goes outside to work on stuff, right? almost 22 hours later. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I've almost got it. Look, see? I've almost got it. Believe me. Believe me. So how's everybody doing? I was telling somebody what I do, and that I go live, and I do projects on Wednesdays, potential customer, and I gave them a catalog, and she said, so you just sit in a room and talk to yourself? I said, well, you know, I have conversations with people when they're on live. Me too, I'm ready for the weekend too. No, I'm good at talking to myself. It's all right. Almost. I keep telling you, I'm almost there. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, look, see, I'm just coming apart. Almost there. Got one more side, it looks like. Okay. So normally, these are not this hard to get off. I'm not quite sure why the heck this one is quite so difficult. Some of them, however, you have to kind of look, because some of them have really weird frames. So just look at the ones you get. Like I've bought a couple from Hobby Lobby to do, and while the canvas comes up really easily, because I did a reverse canvas for something else, the frame itself was wonky. Now I'll tell you, I'm going to show you something. Look, it already has this indentation. So it looks like a regular picture frame. So it's already got that indentation. It's going to look exactly the way we want it to look when we finally get it off the canvas. I'm so glad y'all watch and stick by me and watch me do all this crazy stuff, and hopefully I'm your source of entertainment for Wednesday nights. You ever, like, my grandma used to tell me when I did something that I didn't necessarily hold my mouth right. I could feel it, like, squishing my face all up. Alright, one more staple separates me and a free canvas here. Whoop, whoop. I did it. I did it. Now, I've got these two that actually partially pulled up. I'm going to try to... Sorry, Clobug. Give them a little wiggle. All right, so now we have the side. And now, a lot of these have like some of the wood holes and different stuff like that, but there's nothing wrong with that. That just gives character. And see, what we're going to do is when we put this on, we're going to cut this to shape. So this part that was around the front is all going to be what we want. So we're going to put this off to the side for the moment. I'm going to push this other chair out of the room. Chloe's not sitting there anymore. And not run after the dog. Hi, sweetheart. What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah. I gotta grab some stuff. I could grab some stuff, Bug. See, and I'm not just talking to myself. I'm talking to the dog. It's all right. All right, so we're going to paint this red. Out of the way. And I could paint it with the chalk paste. If you noticed in the new release, we did get paint brushes. I just decided I'm going to do with the chalk paint. It does give a little bit different luster. So that's just part of the reason I want to do this. And I'm not painting the underside where the nails are. I'm going to avoid those. But just make sure you're getting on all the little crevices here. And make sure you get on the inside. Trying to make sure I don't miss anything by looking at it the right way. And so we just kind of fill in that hole. Nobody's going to know it was there. Nobody's going to know. Or if you can do that TikTok, they're all going to know. No, nobody's going to know. I was kind of chillaxing because I was relatively prepared for tonight, which is always fun for me. Didn't have to do a whole lot. Went into knowing exactly what I wanted to do. And therefore, all I had to do was kind of put out my stuff and pull up the transfer, and I was going to be good. So I just kind of chilled out for a little bit after work and had some dinner, and I opened the gosh darn tickety-tock. Tickety-tock, tickety-tock. That's what happens to your clock when you're doing it. That's the problem. That's why they call it that. Tickety-tock. That was just me. You're fine. Oh, stop. All right. Just gonna go wander out and see what's happening. So we're going to spray our paper towel, get it nice and wet, wrap our paintbrush so it doesn't dry out on us. Clean our hands. So when I get things packaged from Couture, I always keep the cardboard so that I don't have to worry about surfaces and trying to find something to paint on. So before I went live, Dave had walk through the house and found a yellow jacket flying around the house. About got stepped on. So that was fun. Wash this off real quick. That could have been dangerous. Alright, that's a little bit better. I'll have to come back with my other wipe when I'm done. Okay, so now back to our canvas. Okay, so what we're going to do, because where the fold is where we're going to be able to staple that on the other side. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I have my scissors. I'm going to cut this, and I'm just going to cut it on the outside of that fold. I can always trim it up a little bit. I'm going to cut it like kind of halfway through. So, you know, I kind of wanted to show you. Hold on. No, it's all right. It's all right. Be fine. Basically, we're going to cut off all of that torn part that we just did. And if you do use canvas, it is one surface that I absolutely say at all times you should wax. And because it has all those little indentations, so it's not like a solid surface, for a lack of any better way to explain it. So the chalk actually kind of goes down into the little pores of the canvas. So painting it helps. Okay, we're going to throw my brush in here. Oh no, threw it on the floor apparently. Struggling with that thing, and my brush must have went flying. Alright, so this is as easy as it seems. We're just going to paint this surface. To make sure it's pretty covered. And when I do paint canvas or something that has like all these indentations, I like to go back and forth on my strokes, so I don't always go the same way, just so it gets in all those little crevices. Okay. Get a towel, spray it out. All right. Grab our heat gun. dry off the canvas. And it's just like paint any other surface. You can clearly tell when it's dry because it changes from the shiny to the matte. All right, so that is just about dry. I'm going to set it off to the side for just a moment, and I'm going to dry off our frame and see if I missed any places before we get to chalking. There we go. Make sure you get down in the crevice there on the side where that little lip on the frame is. Alright, so it is practically dry. There's a couple little spots, but I want to flip this over and show you what I was talking about when I said how we're going to do this. So, see, I've got quite a bit I can cut off. So, because you're going to staple it here. So I'm actually going to go back and I'm going to cut this line off. Actually, yeah. I'm going to cut just right on the inside of the line. I wanted to show you that before I did it. So I'm going to go back and cut that off. Well, I'm going to fix that painting that I just painted on it. So we're going to flip this back over because I got a couple spots apparently. Or flip it this way and let it dry. Let's fix that, shall we? Oh my goodness. I was talking to one of the girls at work and she's like, I just always love to get on and see what you're going to do and see if you do something and it's funny. And I'm like, okay. It usually is funny and that's okay. I laugh at myself all the time and it's all right. So it doesn't bother me at all. I guess if anything, then you know I'm not a perfect crafter, that I make mistakes too. But it's all in about how you fix them. So there's that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and cut this. And like I said, I'm going to cut right inside that line. We're going to take a bit off. Almost. All right, so there's our scrap here. Toss this away. All right. Now, I like to chalk my surfaces, so that's what we're going to do. Or wax my surfaces. It's just something I like to have done. Where did I put my... Find my rag. I put everything away. That may be my problem. I like to use the liquid wax on this, so we'll just grab the sock that I use out of the hard wax. No worries. I have to get more wax. I'm running low. And again, this fills any leftover holes that you're going to have from the painting. So that way your paste will be on top of the picture. Okay, so we're going to dry this. Put that back in there. Like to hit that again with the heat gun. All right. So now we have this and it is dry. Okay. So we're going to fuzz our transfer. Get some of this stuff out of the way here. All right. Got our fuzzing cloth. We've got our Life is a Bowl of Cherries. Make it sweet. Got red, black, and white chalk paste. So I've got my bright white, I've got my cherry apple, and I've got my meadow green chalk paste. What kind of wax? My wax that I use is just the Folk Art. It's just like the same brand of the chalk paint that I use, but this is the wax. But any of these liquidy waxes I like for canvas. I use the harder wax a lot more times on wood, but I use the wet ones on wood as well. Just kind of depends on what I have available. And the Min wax I have, while it is really nice wax and it does fill in the crevices a lot, I think I need a lot more to get. Now, Couture does have our own wax, and I've used it, and it's really great. It just, there's not a lot enough of it for what I'm doing most times. Okay. So, what I want to do, without touching everything, is I want to just see how this is going to frame here. And, oh, I didn't even paint that whole inside. Guess what? I'm going to have to fix that before we go. Or before I do it. So we're going to put that there, and you can see what we're trying to do, okay? So that's pretty well framed in. I'm making sure I got it on all sides, and it's pretty good. Yeah. Okay. I'll fix that red painting there in just a moment. Goodness. See? That's why I look at things. I'm all dirty. Dirty hands. Okay. So, get these out of the way here. Get my some squeegees. And I'm going to do the writing in white except for the cherries. I may even do sweet in red. Make sure that looks, actually I probably should make sure that's pretty even here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. A couple things for those who might not have caught it. I did post, they are selling individual paste packets now. So you don't have to buy a whole jar of colors if you want to try them. So just kind of be advised to that. You can go on and order like a cherry red, you know, the black velvet, some of the shimmers, if you just want a pack. So they're on my webpage. So those, you could buy one of each if you wanted to. All right, go into the red here. Oh, that's the whole thing of white. Need a half squeegee. Trying to do this a little faster than I normally would with anything else because I'm not going to do the lift and dry method. I'm just trying to get it chalked without doing that. We'll see if that was a good decision or not. to that white really quickly. All right, so now we're going to remove this here. Okay, so my M did not stick very well, but I don't think I got it all in there. So what we're going to do is put that off to the side for a minute. We're going to dry this. I'm going to lay that M back down and I'll fix it. Okay. See, it pops so much better. So we're going to put that M back down and fix that. Here. Yay. So easy to fix. All right, so we're going to close up our paste, clean up our mess just a hair bit here. Okay, so put this off to the side. So then we will come back and fix that little part of our frame really quickly. And if those little bare spots bother you, which they don't bother me too much, just trying to make sure I got all the pieces. And then we're gonna blow dry this. All right. Well, better make sure that's dry, huh? Okay. Now it's time to put our piece together, and I want to make sure that as I do it, it lines up properly. So, oh yeah, that's going to be fine. All right, so you want to make it taut. So start like on one side. And then just kind of go the opposite direction and pull it tight here. And then stop what you're doing and just make sure that you're still lined up okay. And then do the other two sides. Okay. I'm going to show you what we have so far. Ta-da! Oh, well. Hang on a minute. So that is what we have so far. Okay, so we're going to flip it around and do the corners. Again, when you're doing this, make sure you're in the corner. You're not like at the edge where it's going to poke through. The beefiest part of the wood there. I got a little bit I got to trim off right there because it's kind of sticking out. So there is our frame and our project. And I could go back and touch, there's a little bit of the wood I want to retouch. Now, you could, before I would have painted, you could sand this if it was really rough. This one is not, but I have seen some that are pretty rough. I've seen some that are totally different colors. So when you take these apart, just look and see what you got to work with before you just kind of start in on it. And just remember, it was a dollar store frame. So you're not getting, you know, you're not getting a fine gallery frame, but it works really well. It looks super cute. And honestly, it's a very like rustic frame. And I like that about, I mean, I do that. You could put little teeth on the back for hanging. You could sit up on the side of the wall, but I think it's super cute. I think it's fun. You can put a little bow in the front. I like it the way it is. I don't do a lot of bows for my own stuff, but a lot of people do. So I wanted to show you that. That is my take on this month's Club Couture transfer. I like it. I think it's cute. I like when we get like fruit or an object, not just words. I like when there's a design involved. Something you can use again, and I definitely think that these are usable aspects of the transfer. The cherries, the bowl, make it sweet. You could just put the make it sweet with the cherries on a dish towel, heat press that. I think that would be just a super cute thing. You could just use the cherries all over the background, which was where I first was heading, was to just do the cherries over and over again, but I knew I needed to wash that a couple times, so that was going to take me a little longer than I wanted, but I think it turned out cute. I'm so happy you and Jara like it, Christy. I'm happy with it, so when it turns out like it's up here, it's always a winner to me. So you guys have a fabulous week. I will see you next weekend, or see you next week, sorry, next Wednesday, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!